Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a different video. We are going to record outdoor and it's sunny. It's nice outdoor. Maybe the weather is going to change, but I decided that it's going to be a spontaneous videos. And today I want to talk about an interesting subject that a lot of people asked me to talk. 3 rules that are important when you decide to be a freelancer. So, without further ado, let's start. If you're new to this channel, my name is Fedi. I'm a photographer specializing in food, portraits, events, and much more. If you're wondering when my journey started as a freelancer, well, it was back then in 2013. I was working in a marketing agency and I was working part-time most of all, and I was thinking that it was time for me to start a career as a freelancer, but I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to start. I was literally scared of quitting everything, and it was not even an option for me of quitting everything. I was living in London and I was trying to understand why I wanted to work in photography. First of all, for me, it was what do I want to shoot? What do I want to do as a freelancer? I was considering all the risks. I was considering all the different opportunities that I had at my disposal. And as I was working with many actors and actresses, I thought that, yeah, I might choose a career in portraits. I might go for wedding. And I was spending my days in analyzing the market. And I was actually kind of lost. And that was the time when I thought, okay, I might go on the safe side. I will keep my part-time job and I will start photography step by step, slowly, little by little. And I didn't feel confident of quitting everything. And I actually didn't have a lot of savings in order to do that. So it was in 2018 when everything actually started and I had a aha moment in my head. I needed to quit. I wasn't very happy. I was coming home at night and I was thinking my days are spent in this office. And it's not that I don't like my colleagues. It's not that I don't like the atmosphere. It's just that I didn't like the job itself. I felt that my creativity, little by little, was going away, and I couldn't do much to keep it in my hands and in my mind. The weekends, I was spending them just trying to recover from the whole week, and I didn't feel like working in photography. So there was a moment that was really clear. One day I came home and I felt terribly overwhelmed by a lot of emotions, and I thought, okay, I need to find a solution. And at that moment, I was sure that I was going to quit. I just needed to decide when. So once I did that, um, once I quit, that was the moment that I started from scratch being a photographer, starting from zero with no clients. And so I'm going to share 3 main points that I think that are essential and that you should really keep in mind when you start a career as a freelancer. And before I start listing these 3 points, I want to say sorry for the noise because it's probably going to be maybe not great, the audio this time, but I don't have the microphone that I wanted to buy yet. So, rule number 1, when you start as a freelancer and you have 0 clients, and if you start from scratch as I did, well, you might find it hard to start your first mission and you might find it frustrating. You don't know what to do at first. Work doesn't come to us. We look for the work. It's us provoking the work that is coming to us. You have to put yourself out there. You have to look for the clients yourself. And there are a lot of techniques that you can adopt. Creating Instagram posts or Facebook ads, and you still do not get any clients. Well, you have to change the strategy. You have to change the way you are approaching. And especially you have to have patience, because at first things doesn't come to us all of a sudden. It takes a little bit of time. And what I learned from my experience is that the first months when I started to be a freelancer in the country I'm living now, I spent a few days stressing out, putting a lot of ads, information about my services, but I didn't really define at first the client that was going to take my jobs. I didn't have a clear idea of my target client was, and so I didn't select in a proper way my strategy. Second rule, pitching. Why pitching is so important? Well, pitching is putting yourself out there, asking to get hired to the potential client that you desire to work for. And people sometimes are scared of pitching. And the real reason behind that is that we are scared of being rejected, of not being hired because we don't feel confident with our skills, and we don't think that this potential client would like to work for would like to work with us. And I think that it's so silly, but it happens so often. And myself, I haven't pitched for over 1 year, and I started to pitch only after 1 year. I was a freelancer, and I never felt the first years of my career, I never felt so confident in pitching. Only these past few years, I decided that I actually want to pitch many times because it boosts my confidence, and it gets me closer to the work I want to do. And when you get the work that you dream of doing, well, the result is so much better, and you feel more passionate and more connected to the work and to the client. Pitching is not so hard as it seems. You just need to adopt the way that it works for you. And you can either pitch with a PDF over an email, you can record yourself, you can make a video showing your skills depending on your activity. And you can also go and meet the people preparing a presentation of your work. And that can be also a pitch, depending on how the potential client would like to be approached. Then you can adapt your pitch. But I think that the moment I found the pitch style that I wanted, I actually decided that I wanted to do it more often, and that helped me in boosting my confidence and feeling better and authentic as a freelancer photographer. Well, this is a little disclaimer. Never forget to have double batteries when you want to record videos, especially when you're adult. I will continue this video with my iPhone, and please, my apologies. Rule number 3, as a creative, you have to create. Never stop and never forget to create. When we are working in our passion as a freelancer, we always think of objective like incomes and paying the bills. You want to make a living out of your business, and this is actually normal, but we don't have to fall into the trap and forget the real reason why we are doing this, the reason that got us inspired and made us deciding to quit our jobs and work as a freelancer in the creative industry. So create. I will never stop to remind myself to stop for a moment. Don't think business and just create. Focus on the passion that you have. If you are a photographer, well, this is what I most connect with other photographers. And when I talk to my colleagues, and they also tell me, I don't want to take photos anymore. I feel uninspired this period. Well, it happens to me as well. And I think that we have to boost our creativity in new creative ways. Like sometimes I decide to go for a hike, and every time I go and I get lost in nature, I come back and I'm inspired. I want to create. I want to make photos. I want to make videos. I want to make new things. And I think that you have to find that spot, that kind of sweet spot that makes you find the joy of creating. Because the real reason behind creating is that then you will spread the joy of your business, and you will show the creation that you make to the possible potential client that you can reach, and they will contact you because they see what you can do. And you have that passion that it's contagious. It's contagious, and everyone will want to work with you. You want to be a person that is inspired, motivated. And if you lose all your motivation, anyway, don't worry, that happens, it happens probably to all the creative freelancers. That is the moment when you have to slow down, think about what's happening to you, and then get back on track and create little by little. You start creating and you're not satisfied. Well, don't worry. It is actually normal. Sometimes I just have an idea. I want to take a picture, and oh my God, how many times that happens to me? I prepare everything. I prepare all the things that will make that recipe in my head. I have probably a few recipes that I want to make. I buy all the ingredients and then I'm there trying to shoot, and I'm not like, I can't find the right light. I can't find the right set, and I end up giving up. So I just want to tell you that don't stop create, even if when it's not perfect, it will make you reach the perfection that in my head, perfection never exists, but it will make you boost that engine that is in yourself and that makes you do what you do. Because in real, like in real words, we are working as a freelancer because we love what you do. Because if we don't love what we do, we wouldn't be here. So apart from all the technical issues I've been having recording this video, well, not minding the noise of the cars, of the dogs, of the wind, I hope that the message was clear, and I hope that these 3 rules will truly help you boosting your activity as a freelancer. And if you haven't started this career yet, I hope that this video will help you to decide if you want to start it or not, if it's the right moment to start this career or not. And if you want to know a little bit more about my career as a freelancer or about other topics as a photographer, I invite you to listen to my podcast. It's been a few years I've started this podcast, but there are a lot of episodes, very interesting episodes about freelancing and much more. And you can find it on Spotify and in iTunes. And I have a question for you right now. What would you like me to talk about in the next video? I'm all ears, and I am super happy that you've been watching until the end. And I thank you for being here. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, and I see you next time. Bye!